queer excitement. Now give blood his Zaza. Hey guys, today we're trying this new makeup brand from Sephora. They struggle to produce societally accepted key smashes. You encounter a word like skibbity and you're like, that gives me the ick, I'm not gonna use it. And if there's a hot dog on a table, I would never ask you to pass me that sandwich. And everybody says singer, soft G, and I say singer, hard G, and they look at me like I'm a deviant. Turns out I am a little freak. Weep, you girls, my penis has given you up. Now it only penetrates men's behinds. Goodbye, wondrous femininity. Best known speaker is Yoda, and apart from him, it's just a few languages in the Amazon River Basin. Bark, bark, bark. TikTok analytics say my audience is 70% My Little Pony enthusiasts. So let's make a horse language. Pop, 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 pop. Yo, bro, that was totally noxious. From now on, if you're leaving and you don't like somebody, then it's a bad buy. And if you're leaving and they're just kind of average, it's a mid buy. Guy who molested his daughters and his dog. Imagine Esperanto if it was on steroids and those steroids were Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who was also on steroids. Great idea. It can interrobang me any day of the week. 11 out of 10. The word herpes comes from the Greek word for snake. Obviously, please imagine that when I spit and spray, it's actually urine and pheromones coming out of my eyes. But anyway, it's called However, the relativistic aspect is used when the dolphin in question is moving faster than the speed of time. I'm a little sick right now and a voice been bad at tones, so forgive me if that was a little bit off, but please. But the last two sentences are in the simping mood, so they're in the 6th octave. This is New York's 24th Congressional District, and this is Louisiana's 6th Congressional District. I'm pretty sure Waluigi is lowering his velum to allow air to enter the nasal cavity. Article. If you are a bird addressing another bird with more clout than you must prefix the second person singular simple subject with the honorific grammatical. So I had some free time and I translated Hamlet into my dolphin language. My language doesn't have any consonants, so it's impossible to write. Also, I obviously cannot pee out of my eye. And every noun in the second declension ends with your head exploding. It's called the Cranio-Explosive Percussive, and it's my newest phony. Now this is just preliminary, pig. Cutting edge. Does anyone else out there sort of get the urge to linguistically manipulate your future children? Failed attempt at Morse code, but you know what? I agree we shouldn't be held hostage by the period exclamation dichotomy. 6 out of 10. You're wrong. Obviously, an by itself is harmless, but there are several things we can do to it to make it deadly. In Japanese, they don't say moon. Instead, they say tsuki, which translates literally into English as moon. Da. And every time my kid makes an M sound, I'll lock him in the closet for a week. Thinking of waterboarding your friends for the sake of linguistically manipulating them. You should think again, because that would be unethical. Damn, these prisoners are looking jacked. My question is, why are there people out there wasting their critical period on Flemish? At the time, you gotta understand, they were the cream of the crop at commercial whale fishing. Your priorities. We're not trying to teach them math. We don't care about social skills. We're trying to get that any percent L1 speed run. 1 emu, 2 emus, many emus, and a buttload of emus. You know how some people are definitely first name, last name P? This person is the pookiest to ever pookie. And Hamlet contemplated unaliving himself. Which is crazy. It means that gay people were doing the same thing that Virgil was doing in ancient Latin poetry. Have you ever wondered why Ben Shapiro talks like this? And you might be thinking, wait, but how does that make something better? Does it ever bother you that tuna fish is redundant? Fuck you. And you have control over the sub, which word slut. Theo's not laughing. A Pookie Wookie or Pookie Duke. Assonance. It's funny because it's not correct. But don't let anybody know you're going for a world record run because then you might be permabanned from parenting and then it's GG. One of my main intrusive thoughts as a linguist is that I sometimes fantasize about leaving hidden cameras and microphones everywhere. Hey, you look tense. Do you want to conjugate? The ejaculation occasioned by seeing the royal children on His Majesty's birthday. We all thought the nasalized vowels were an obvious prank, but I guess some of you missed the memo. She does say the guy might sell coke, which is evidence for him being potentially high. You wouldn't expect the sentence, the young boy the boat, to be grammatically correct. And you'd be right, because it's not. Use these tips to prank your linguist friends by asking them to pronounce these sounds and then watch them die. More people have been to Berlin than you have. The Old English name for the month of August was Weed Month. We totally should have kept that. One of you little scoundrels out there made an uwu language, and I'm honestly so impressed. The Minion culture stigmatizes eating and is probably fatphobic. Speakers of my lobster language can't get head. So anytime I spit out water, you have to imagine that it's IP. The human doesn't suspect anything. I added interjections to my bird language. They all use slurs. It's not ha. It's more like a ha. I don't want to spit. I want to gulp. I want to gag. I want to choke. So if you want to assign headedness, you'll be left with headlessness. The people who didn't know anything were foolish or stupid. It gives pick-me energy, but I do like how it looks like a guy T-posing. We don't know what a word is. We don't know what a syllable is. We don't know what a sentence is. And we have no idea how grammar. But like if we were on our game earlier, we easily could have ended up saying gyat be with you, which would then become gyat bye. Now, why exactly was someone in the Victorian era talking about Pokemon? Ron Weasley ejaculates loudly in Harry Potter. No, don't do it. It's bad. It's bad. Misogynistic 4chan neckbeards. Kie, I hope your hemorrhoids rub together so much that they hurt worse than when they ever have before. The user booba, the W is Kiki. English guy shows up in India, he tries the local cuisine, he's like, ooh, this is good. We're corrupting the English language by saying sex daddy. You totally inhaled with that. The sociolinguistic daddy issues were, what is blood doing? I love your meat. I know it's supposed to be bad to gossip, but I think it's great.